For nearly a century, the world has spoken a common language, not English or Mandarin, but the US dollar. Since World War II, the dollar has been the bedrock of global finance, a symbol of order and trust. The Federal Reserve's decisions ripple across the globe, giving the US unique power. But new economic powers are rising, and the old consensus is fracturing. The world is starting to imagine a future with more than one language of commerce. Global trade is the lifeblood of our world, connecting goods and money across continents. At its core, trade seems simple. One country sells, another buys. But the real process is complex. How do you price goods? What currency do you use? For decades, the answer has been the US dollar. The dollar acts as the world's intermediary, a common yardstick that simplifies transactions. Without it, companies would face the chaos of fluctuating exchange rates and unpredictable deals. By pricing in dollars, both sides know exactly what the deal is worth. This system, known as the petrodollar system, has powered global trade. It gives the US an exorbitant privilege. Constant demand for dollars keeps US interest rates low and borrowing cheap. The US can also use this power to impose sanctions, cutting countries off from global trade. But this dominance makes other nations uneasy, tying their fortunes to US decisions. A recession in America can quickly become a global problem. This dependency has led many to seek alternatives, hoping for a more balanced financial world. Countries are exploring new systems to gain more control over their economic futures. The dollar-centric order has provided stability, but it's also created tensions. Now, the stage is set for profound change. The world is ready for a new financial era. China has just announced a $10 trillion trade and infrastructure pact, a modern Silk Road spanning over 30 nations. The deal covers everything from raw materials to high-tech components, aiming to create a seamless network of trade. The groundbreaking detail all transactions will be settled in local currencies, primarily the Chinese yuan, bypassing the dollar. This pact includes major players like Russia, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, and more, forming a new economic bloc. It's backed by a digital Yuan platform, making cross-border payments instant and nearly free. Massive investments in infrastructure will physically connect these nations. China isn't just proposing an alternative, it's building one, inviting the world to join. The push for alternatives to the dollar is about economic sovereignty. Relying on the dollar ties countries' fortunes to US monetary policy. When the Federal Reserve raises rates, emerging markets can suffer, destabilizing their economies. The use of the dollar as a tool of US foreign policy, through sanctions, has accelerated the search for alternatives. China's new pact offers a parallel system, letting trade continue even if access to the dollar is restricted. For countries like Russia and Saudi Arabia, it's a way to reduce risk and diversify partnerships. This isn't about abandoning the dollar overnight, but building a more multipolar world. The new system is like adding more doors to the global financial building, more complex but more resilient. Countries want the freedom to choose their own path. The desire for autonomy and stability is driving the world toward a new financial landscape. This shift in global trade will touch everyday lives. For people in countries like Brazil or Indonesia, it could mean more stable savings and predictable prices. Small businesses may find it easier and cheaper to trade internationally, no longer burdened by costly currency conversions. Entrepreneurs could reach new markets, with payments processed instantly in local currencies. Even countries not in the pact will feel the effects, as the yuan's role in global finance grows. For Americans, the change may be subtle at first. Slightly higher borrowing costs, shifting economic influence. The most profound impact may be psychological. The world's economic center is becoming more diffuse. This is not just an economic shift, but a reimagining of the global community. Imagine a future where global trade is a symphony, not a solo. Each nation plays its own instrument, joining a grand orchestra of commerce. A weaver in Peru could sell textiles to Shanghai, a developer in Ghana could collaborate with Malaysia, payments arriving instantly in local currencies. The friction of old financial systems would melt away, unleashing creativity and entrepreneurship worldwide. Digital trust and blockchain could underpin these networks, ensuring security and transparency. The dollar would remain important, but as one pillar among many. A multipolar financial world would be more resilient and balanced. This vision is about unity, prosperity, and shared progress. As of October 4th, 2025, a new world is taking shape. The dollar is no longer the undisputed king. China's $10 trillion pact is a catalyst for deeper change. The global order is rebalancing, bringing both challenges and opportunities. For many, this means more economic democracy and local resilience. The transition may bring volatility, but also a chance for greater self-determination. Multiple reserve currencies could mean multiple centers of influence. The US will remain important, but as part of a more collaborative global orchestra. Ultimately, the end of dollar dominance means more choice for nations, businesses, and individuals. The journey from a unipolar to a multipolar world will define this century. Its final chapters will shape generations to come, hopefully leading to a more equitable and prosperous world for all.